Hello and welcome to this very special conversation that I am going to have today. And we are coming to you from the outside of the Dunkarzong in Pangbisa in Paro in Bhutan. With me, I have two gentlemen here to talk about the Gelephu Mindfulness City that we are all talking about these days. With me is Mr. Dawa Penjore. He is the General Secretary, Bhutan India Friendship Association. And also with me is Dorji Wangchu. He is an academic and scholar and formerly a senior Bhutan government official. Gentlemen, welcome to Northeast Live. Thank you so much for finding time to speak to me today. First, I would like to hear from both of you. Maybe first from you, Mr. Penjore. Gelephu Mindfulness City, we are all talking about that right now, and Assam has a special connection to the Mindfulness City. Of course, at the very outset, let me also say this, that Assam and Bhutan shares a very, very cordial, warm relationship for ages now. Now, with the Mindfulness City coming, how do you see the future of Assam and Bhutan ties as well as the people-to-people connect?
Thank you, Oineetom. Greetings to all the watchers and namaskar to all the Assam brothers and sisters. As you pointed out, the Gelephu Mindfulness City project, that is a visionary project of His Majesty the King. And His Majesty, from the onset itself, been very clear that this project is for the global community and more so for our immediate neighbors. So the city is going to be developed with keeping in mind and considering the relationship between Assam or India as a whole. So that's very crucial for us. And if you see today, Assam and Bhutan, we share Assam and West Bengal. Those are the two states, Indian states, that share border, and we deal with them on a daily basis. So for us, they are not just a different country, but they are part of our existence. Without them, we will not be able to exist. Without us, they do not exist. And as you rightly pointed out, this is a relationship that has been nurtured through centuries, from generation to generation. Our forefathers have been involved in nurturing this relationship, taking it further, making it better all the time. And our successive kings have been very instrumental in this. And our present king, the fifth king, has very much pointed out that it is very crucial that we go more, than what we are today. So that's why this, to make the relationship further, His Majesty has visioned this Gelephu Mindfulness City. And we believe this will play an instrumental role in reviving the old relations that we have, but actually make it more meaningful. Because our interactions, even though it has informal or both informal, as over the years, because we are two different countries, we have our jurisdiction and also because of the laws. So there are certain things that do not allow each other. But now this Gelephu Mindfulness City is going to have its own special administrative region. So it is going to have its own legal system, its executive powers and everything. So this is going to actually cement the bond further with Assam and West Bengal. Yes.
Yes, it's very well said. Your thoughts on the Gelephu Mindfulness City and how is this further going to, like he said, strengthen the bond that Assam and Bhutan shares?
Well, as shared by my friend and colleague Dawa, Assam and Bhutan share not only, geographical proximity, but also a very intimate relation. One of the things that I have been looking at lately is the famous Shazi Kurma relations between the Assamese and the Bhutanese that go back to 400, 500, 600 years, and it was not just some random connection, but ties going back to families, ties going back to people, ties going back to generations. For instance, I heard one of the a gentleman who passed away during COVID, and his last words to his son in Assam was, when COVID is over, go find our relatives in Bhutan, go find our Shazi Kurma. They are like our blood brothers. And that was his dying message to his son. And that, I think, speaks volumes about the intimate and the emotional relations that we have. So in terms of course, how the city will play out, how the new project will play out, I can just share my personal independent view on it. I don't represent any official position. Trade, commerce, and economic relations bring not only prosperity but also peace. When there is interaction, not just on bilateral relationship or a political relationship, but also when there is trade, when there is commerce, when there is exchange of goods and ideas and services. So these bring people together. And I think the Mindfulness City project, I guess, will just take this to the next level.
Talking about trade and commerce, you as the General Secretary of the association, the Bhutan-India Friendship Association, and I believe you are also having some kind of trade relations through your company with Assam. Tell us a little bit more about the trade ties that Assam and Bhutan shares.
If you look at the proximity we have with Assam, that allows us to do business with Assam, and it makes sense both economic, also from point of view of transportation, communication, anything. So it makes sense for us to do with direct business with Assam. So this is one of the reasons why we have chosen Assam. And not just that, if you look at Assam today, it's a growing state in India. And your Chief Minister Himanta Biswa has been very forefront in that. He has mentioned that in order to develop Assam, he has to reach out further towards the border as well. So the amount of projects that he is doing, it shows that he means business. So this is one of the reasons why for us also by design we have to invest in Assam. And if you look at even with the GMC project, this is by design. His Majesty has spelled it out that by design we have to interact. And this is where we see a lot of opportunity and potential for us, our friends in Assam, our brothers and sisters in Assam, to do more business with Bhutan. And for us, anything that we import from India has to be through Assam. So our lifeline when it comes to business is through Assam. Yeah.
What are some of the key products, that tops the list or the basket of products that has trade relations with Bhutan and Assam?
So we use Assam basically to export our agriculture produce, especially to the third countries, Bangladesh, and we use to export of mandarin, oranges, and also apples, and also like ginger, cardamom and all. So there's also the fact that we have been exporting a lot of boulders. Those all go through Assam. So for us to reach out even to the third countries, we need to use Assam. We have to go through Assam, and it's very crucial. As I said, the lifeline for us is Assam. So, and when it comes to import, we import starting from salt to matchsticks to heavy earth moving equipments we import through Assam or from Assamese business people. Yeah.
So with the Mindfulness City coming up, I'm sure the trade ties are just going to get much more stronger. The people-to-people relationship is going to get much more, deeper, I believe. Now, as an academic and a scholar, what are your thoughts on the people-to-people exchange? Do you think the cultural exchange programs that we need are already happening, or do you feel that there is need for much more between Bhutan and Assam?
Oh, definitely. I mean, not so much about culture, but not only that, but also in terms of also some shared history. There is very little done from our side. I'm from the Bhutan side. I know Guwahati University has a huge collection of academic works on the Himalayan Kingdom and their interactions with the Bhutanese over the centuries. From our side, we need to do a little more. I always say that we need to understand our neighbors as much as possible, so that we don't just get we don't get misunderstood. And for that, I think that's where I feel academics, journalists, writers, need to engage more. So for instance, last year I accepted an invitation to go and deliver a lecture at Kokrajhar University. I was looking forward to going this year, but some schedule conflict happened. But I'll be definitely going. And also, I'm also in close contact with a couple of young academics with who are actually doing some data collection for me in terms of all things that have happened in the medieval period, especially. We have some information. We have some things that occurred before, but there seemed to be some gap in the literature in the 20th century. So we're looking at that. But as I said, I think understanding each other, understanding each other's history, understanding each other's culture, tradition, these are key to a harmonious relationship between people. So I look forward to contributing in that direction.
Also, we have been talking about our relationship, Bhutan-Assam relationship, we have been close to each other traditionally. It's absolutely steeped in history. So few of, some things that you would want to share today, like some of the traditional things, historical things that Bhutan and Assam shares?
Okay, still have to verify those from different sources. For instance, some of the rituals, some of the cultural rituals, where I think there apparently the same religious ceremonies, same rituals, same appeasement of some deities. It seems it was done in places which now falls under Assam, but which were important for the Bhutanese communities. So, in other words, we believe that one of the sacred sites for Chakrasambara, who is one of the very important deities in Himalayan Buddhism. One of the sacred sites of Chakrasambara is somewhere near Guwahati. Likewise, one of our eminent Rinpoches, Tsongtsang Gyaltsen Rinpoche, has also said that there are sacred sites along the Brahmaputra River towards around Guwahati that are very sacred to Bhutanese, and in the past, in the medieval period, or as late as the 20th century, there would be Bhutanese families and religious personalities who will go down annually to do rituals to those deities, and then make pilgrimages. So I'm looking at those places for now. Yeah.
Coming back to the trade relations, what going forward, and also a little bit about the infrastructure there. You're already you keep traveling in and out of Gelephu and Kokrajhar and all of these places. So how do you see things moving going ahead? And do you see things picking up? It's already there, so you see things picking up faster than before?
Absolutely. If you look at it, Bhutan, the access to Gelephu is through near Kokrajhar. We call it Hatisar. That is the border that we share. And the road that comes from Samtai to Hatisar, that is our lifeline. And this is something that the Assam government, as well as the government of India, is trying to redevelop, expand, and then blacktop it. So that is very crucial for us, because without that road, we would not be able to access other parts of India. So the priority has been provided by the government of Assam as well as the government of India to develop this road. And at the same time, one of the crucial thing that is also the railway from Kokrajhar to Gelephu, so that is coming through. So we believe that we have the goodwill and the blessing of India to take this infrastructure development further, and it is very crucial. And I think India sees that as a very positive from our interactions with the leaders, be it from the local level till your Prime Minister, Chief Minister. They have been very positive that they want to do this infrastructure well, and they want to provide it for Bhutan. So this goodwill is very strong. And I believe this is what, as friendship, we need to continue. At the same time, as I said, we are indispensable to each other. And we have to live with each other. We have to contribute to each other's growth. We have to see that it's in progress of each other. So that's very instrumental. And Modi ji has always wanted to see that Bhutan and India situation is always a win-win. And even Himanta Biswaji, a very dynamic chief minister, he has been always saying that. And that is the commitment that he provided when His Majesty made the last state visit in November. And then he very much committed that Assam is always with Bhutan. So this is something that we look forward to and something that we always cherish. Yes.
In fact, earlier today you were also mentioning something Mr. Dorji had mentioned about the Kurma culture that Bhutan and people of... Yes,
absolutely. This is something that the center of our relationship, the Kurma host, So we had good host in Assam. Likewise, the Assamese would have host in Bhutan. So this is the crux of our relationship. So people to people relationship only would be possible, and that makes every other thing possible. You talk about business, you talk about politics, you talk about the governance. It's the center is also always the people to people, and this people to people relationship has been nurtured, as my friend Dorji has mentioned, that over centuries, and that the concept of Kurma, that has remained, and that is what has tied Bhutan in Assam, I would say, together. And now with the GMC, I feel further that this Kurma is going to become even more prominent, because we are going to play host to each other.
Right.
Yes.
And finally, before we close, your final thoughts on the Gelephu Mindfulness City and Bhutan-Assam relations.
Well, I feel, as we embark on this very ambitious project in Gelephu, obviously, as my friend Dawa said, it will have spillovers into Assam in terms of employment, in terms of trade, in terms of contributing to the construction of this massive place. And I think it will, as I said, it will take our relationship to the next level. And I mean, again, coming back to the Shashikurma relationship. I've been talking with many of my friends in Assam. Yeah, we should revive this. We should dedicate a conference to this. Or have because not many of our younger generation seem to know, because they completely missed out. But I'm very familiar with this concept. I remember visiting the winter camps where my uncles and where my grandfathers used to stay in the Rangia, Tamalpur area. I remember, the village or the panchayat would develop a whole camp on their own at their expense, and then for the Bhutanese to come down during winter, and we would come down with a lot of our goods. And then exchange for rice from Assam, because the area from where my ancestors or my grandparents used to come, it's from the highlands where we don't grow rice, and so that trade was there. And I remember one of the former state minister of Assam even telling me, "Oh, man, we must revive this. I'll guarantee the safety of your people." So definitely, I think there is excitement, as well as that feeling of bond that we need to reestablish, or to revitalize that. And as my friend said, Yes, while we have very strong bilateral relation between the countries between the governments, at the end of the day, it's how the people of Assam and people of Bhutan would benefit at a very ordinary level, and that would be our one of the key, that perhaps the mindful city might unlock.
And from
I would like to reiterate what I've said before. The people's relationship is the core that is going to take us further. And today, if you look at not just from the Assam government, Himanta Biswa Ji's government, but also from the UPPL government with the Bodoland Territorial Region, Pramod Boro is a big supporter. Pramod Boro and his eminent members are very executive members, are big supporters of our relationship. And for them, every time we have interactions, they make sure that we are invited to their events. Likewise, when we have events in Bhutan, Gelephu, we make sure that we invite them. And they participate in our events, we participate in their events. And it may not be formal, but informally we are doing a lot. So as I was sharing you that time, they have a village football tournament in Assam, in Bodoland Territorial Region. Then they ask our presence. And then we take a whole troop, our cultural troop, we perform there. Similarly, when we have a tournament between our Bodoland friends and Bhutan Gelephu team, then we invite the Assamese troop, cultural troop to perform. Because it is important that our young people understand each other's culture. And it's only when you understand and respect that you have a relationship. And relationship can be only built when we start having more interaction, any formal or informal. And I would say that the informal relationship makes actually part of the bigger formal relationship. So it is important that all Assamese brothers and sisters, our Bodoland brothers and sisters, and the Bhutanese, actually we harvest on that relationship and take it further. And I am definite that GMC is going to become even the bigger factor for us to have a relationship. Thank you so much.
yes, hoping that Assam-Bhutan and India-Bhutan ties grow stronger and deeper and lives long. On that note, thank you all. I had these lovely conversation here from outside Dunkarzong, and also we spoke a lot about Gelephu Mindfulness City. Thank you, gentlemen, for speaking to me, and thank you for watching.